For lab number 8, the objective was very clear that I was to isolate casein. There were a couple things that I found really interesting. The first being like the powdered milk. Even though mine was expired, I think it got the job done. I could see like it had a very normal consistency. If I had held it up with a glass of like regular milk, I would have been fine. I'm lactose intolerant, so my second milk was coconut milk, because that's what I drink just, you know, in life. This I did this experiment on Friday, so things are a little bit more faded than they were when they first dried. I also dropped it on the floor a couple of times, but this was like the this was the powdered milk. So there was here, and there was some like traveling towards the top of the paper, like that's just how the funnel was folded. This, I think, is definitely more on the scale and like just at the eye level examination. It's more. And then the coconut milk was just this little bit right here. And again, I poured it all over the paper. I used the lactic acid, and I poured the protein. You can see it was separating, and I thought it would stick. And I would wait a few minutes, and I'd pour it again. I wanted to get the like most out of the protein. I wanted just to make sure like it stuck and then didn't stay in the beaker. Something else I think was really interesting was that calculating the percent, because we're usually calculating molarity, but calculating the percentage of an actual protein was, different. It was kind of nice. It was like not just elements. It was easier to break down, especially because I could see exactly what I had right in front of me, and then doing the equations was like more simple because I knew exactly how much casein I had versus being theoretical with things like boron and gold to calculate molarity. Overall, I would say this lab was really interesting. My family did enjoy looking around and seeing like how the paper was drying and like how the pH strips would change color when I dipped it in. I even took one and dipped it in my fish tank, so it was pretty interesting. And that's how I feel about the lab.